Hey everyone, this is Angie with Olymp Trade, and today we are going to discuss the main events on the economic calendar for January 20th till January 24th. Why is this important, you ask? Because we want you to know the best time to enter the market and get profit. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, go ahead and click the red subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our notifications. And I do have a special surprise for you. Hint, hint, it has something to do with more profits, so stay tuned. Ready? Let's go. On Tuesday the 21st at 9:30 a.m. GMT, we're going to take a look at United Kingdom employment, particularly the claimant count change for December. It's basically how many new people filed for unemployment in December. You see, the British pound is under pressure, inflation is below target, and GDP is low. Several members of the BOE, that's the Bank of England, including Mark Carney and Michael Saunders, have expressed the need for easing in the monetary policy to meet the necessary inflation target. GBP USD on a daily time frame, if the price dips below 1.29500, the next support will be around 1.28, followed by 1.27. Resistance is at 1.32, followed by 1.34. At 10 a.m. GMT, we're going to take a look at German ZEW economic sentiment. It's basically a survey of about 350 German analysts and investors to see how they gauge the economy for the next 6 months. The higher the reading, the higher the euro. Euro US dollar, one of my favorites, resistance lies around 112, followed by 1.12393, which was December 31st high. Support lies around 1.10650, followed by 1.10285 before we reach 110. On Wednesday, we have three key releases. At 1:30 p.m. GMT, we have Canadian inflation. The annual target is at 2%, and actually during the span of 2019, Canada even managed to surpass this goal. And this was one of the key factors why the Bank of Canada did not lower the interest rate in 2019. At 3 p.m., the Bank of Canada BOC is going to release the interest rate decision, which is probably going to be left unchanged at 1.75%. In this case, pay attention to the statement. If monetary easing is on the horizon, the Canadian dollar can depreciate. USD CAD, the currency pair USD CAD, is traveling in a price channel in a range of about 1.30 and 1.34. Given the fact that the price is currently at the bottom of the channel, so at support, may indicate that the United States dollar will rise against the Canadian dollar. Speaking about the United States dollar, at 3 p.m. GMT, we also have the release of United States existing home sales, which is forecasted at 5.42 million, which is an increase from 5.35 million previously. According to the Mortgage Bankers Association, the 30-year mortgage rate is decreasing, which means that demand for real estate can rise in the future, which is a driver for the United States dollar. On the 23rd of January, the key release will be the decision of the European Central Bank. Several members of the ECB have stated that they foresee stabilization in the economy in 2020, and the interest rate is likely to remain unchanged at a flat 0%. Again, pay attention to the statement. A hawkish statement would bring the euro up, and a dovish statement, yep, you guessed it, would bring the euro down. This is going to take place at 12:45 GMT. And in the evening at 9:45 p.m. GMT, we'll take a look at New Zealand inflation for the fourth quarter. The forecast is 0.6% growth. If the release is above forecast, the New Zealand dollar may rise. NZD USD support is around 0.65 and resistance is at 0.67500. And on Friday, let's take a look how German manufacturing is doing and what their outlook is for the next 6 months. This will be at 8:30 and 9 a.m. GMT. The euro is going to be in focus. Now let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the world. Last Wednesday, the United States and China finally signed the phase 1 of the trade agreement. The market's reaction? Cautious optimism, because we're lacking clarity on what exactly will happen next. About 2/3 of tariffs on imports from China remain in place, and President Donald Trump said he would agree to take them off as a part of phase 2 agreement. When the negotiations start for the phase 2 is unclear for the time being, but everyone hopes it will be soon. Now take a look at this graph. This shows us the S&P 500 Index. The red line is the profitability of the companies that are included in the index, and the green line is the index itself. This huge gap means that the capitalization of the companies is not connected to fundamental news, but is due to irrational optimism. Now, there are two scenarios for closing the gap. Either the companies have explosive growth or there's going to be a correction. I wonder which one is more likely. And now let's talk about Brent. Oil shot up after shared pleasantries between the United States and Iran, but corrected there soon thereafter, now trading in its comfortable range of about $65 per barrel. Here's the thing that we have to understand. President Donald Trump cannot let the price of oil drop, especially with the upcoming elections. And the closer we get to the elections, the more sensitive the issue is going to be. Now, some key factors to consider is the tensions between the United States and Iran. The higher the risk of war, the higher the demand for oil. And also the relationship between the United States and China, as well as the United States and Europe. It's clear that the economic slowdown in China has led to a weakening demand for oil. And in conclusion, we can understand that President Donald Trump can easily manipulate the commodity and stock market by either negotiating or not negotiating with China and the EU. Brent support is around $60 per barrel and resistance around 72. And last but not least, every girl's best friend. Wait, no, those are diamonds. Let's talk about gold. Gold gapped up on the scare of war, but soon thereafter corrected. Support is around $14.50 and resistance is at $1555 per troy ounce. And now, my friends, use this information to get profit, and to help you out even more, here's a promo code. Enter this promo code when you're making your deposit and we'll add 30% to it. And imagine this, the promo code is valid for the entire trading week, including the weekend. So from the 20th till the 26th. The promo code is ROAD and then the number 1. That's ROAD and then the number 1. My friends, enjoy, happy trading, and I'll see you next time.